Hello guys, welcome back to another episode. I've come down on a day session, which is a really rare occasion for me. I'm targeting Plaice today, Plaice. I've come down to a well-known local mark called Camebridge Road in Eastbourne. I was down there last weekend with my daughter and we ended up with 14 Plaice. Unfortunately we didn't film the video, but it was a fantastic day and I made some great memories with her. If you follow me on social media you would have seen the pictures. It was just an absolutely fantastic, brilliant day. So I'll come back down today. A week later in the hope of trying to catch some Plaice again. Looking round in the distance, it's a lovely day, as you can see. We've got Eastbourne Pier, I don't know if you can see that, just over there in the distance. Which is an iconic Eastbourne landmark. Let's step out of the way so you can see. Water looks pretty good, weather's good, it's a nice clear sunny day. The water is a little bit dark today, it's a little bit coloured, but we're hoping that it filters out. It's only a short tide, so we're hoping that with it being a short tide, the water clarity will hopefully filter out, and you know, it'll go clear and we'll be able to catch some Plaice today. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to bait up, show you the baits we've got, show you what kind of methods I'm going to be using to target these Plaice today, and then we'll crack on and hopefully we'll have a good session. Right guys, so my plan today is to use a whole host of different baits. So I've got some nice fresher lug that I picked up from the Angler's Den tackle shop over the weekend, so I've got some fresher lug there. Got some stickier black lug here, which has been in my freezer, it's been oiled and salted and wrapped in tin foil. I find that wrapping in tin foil at the moment, it seems to keep it, you know, nicer and fresher, and it doesn't really freeze to a solid state. It just goes all sticky. So yeah, that's pretty good. I'm also then using some sand eels for tipping off. That was a killer last weekend with my daughter. It's got some sand eels there and some razor fish at the top. So that's the plan. So we're going to be using predominantly lug baits today. And then tipped off with fish, sorry, sand eel and razor fish. Using two rods today. On the first rod I'm going to be using a single hook clip down rig, which has been decorated with some moon glows. I had really good go on these last time we were out, so I'm going to continue using those. Just put a series of different colour balls on this one, Plaice balls, with a small size 2 Camazan hook. I've offset the hooks using a pair of pliers, just bending the end of the hook out. And hopefully that'll be good. So on this rig I'm going to be using, can get my scissors. So on this rig I'm just going to be using a really small piece of lug. I found that the smaller baits last week worked really well, so I'm going to be using a small piece of lug, just feeding that onto the hook, and now I'm going to take a bit of my sand eel and just put a really small piece of sand eel just to tip that bait off. I'm not going for massive baits today. I'm looking for Plaice. You know, I'm using single hook clip downs to try and get the most distance I can, just to try and pick off those Plaice. So just putting the sand eel on now. So just a nice small compact bait, just there, of a sand eel and lug. So yeah, there it is. I'll get you a better show of the actual bait itself. But that's predominantly what I'm going to be using today. Single hook clip downs, cast out as far as I can. At the moment the tide is, we're on the low tide, so what I'm going to be doing is I'm going to be using shore cast roll around leads, just to hopefully roll around and find the gullies or the sandbanks that the Plaice will be sitting on, and then hopefully we'll be able to pick them off as the day goes on. Obviously as the tide starts pulling, if it starts pulling hard, we'll change to grip leads, but the plan at the moment is just rolling leads, just to find out, hopefully try and track where the Plaice are and hopefully be able to pull a few out. If the day goes really well and we start catching Plaice and we know the Plaice are there, then I'll change the rigs to maybe 2 hook clip downs, just for the better chance that we might catch some more fish. Right guys, so here's both of the rigs. I've got the worm there with a sand eel at the bottom, clipped down with a Trident roto there, and then with a roll around lead. So that's one there, single hook clip down. On the other rod, pretty much the same, single hook clip down, lug at the top, tip with the sand eel at the bottom, clip down, Trident roto, and then a shore cast bomb lead. So yeah, let's cast them out and hopefully we'll be able to get some Plaice today. Right guys, so both rods are cast out, it's just a waiting game now. I'm quite excited for today, to be fair, after last weekend and how that went. Just really looking forward to coming out today and just enjoying the sunshine and hopefully catching some plaice. If I don't get one, I'll be really disappointed, but hey, we're out having fun. It's fishing. Let's crack on and see what we've got. It might be nothing. Oh, I think we've got something here. I think we've got something. It's a fish. It's a fish. Right guys, so first fish is in the bag for the day. One of my favourite fish of all time, the humble winter mackerel, one whiting. One whiting. So it's not the target species that we want. We're going to keep fishing it through. Just going to unhook this little guy. Put him back in the sea. He's back in, and let's crack on with the session and try and find those plaice. Right guys, just reeled in the rod, and we've got another little species here. This is a rocklin, so it's just a small rocklin, not very big. It's a small little rocklin there. So another species which is pretty cool. Obviously it's not a plaice. We're targeting plaice today, but you know, we're catching fish, so that's the main thing. Just gonna unhook him. Then we're getting back in the sea. Weird little creatures. Right guys, so not much has been happening really. We've had one whiting and one rocklin so far. It's a lovely day. It's really nice. Sun's out. It's clear. You know, the water's a bit coloured, so I think that might be turning the plaice off the feed. But you know, there's loads of boats out there. So what I'm hoping for is that these boats out here have obviously got their fish finders. So I reckon they're sitting just on the brink of where all the plaice are. That's my theory anyway. So we'll see what happens. But yeah, again, a lovely day, absolutely cracking day. It's really nice actually, just nice to get out and just have 5 minutes. All we need to do now is find some fish. Right, so I'm just going to take the worm here and just put the worm on the hook. It's nice and simple. Push that on. Moon glows at the top. I'm actually going to use a sandal tip on this one. One with just straight lug, one with sandal tip. Just add that onto the bottom like that. And that's my worm bait there. Top hook, just a standard worm. And that's what we're going to do. We're going to hammer them out and see if we can find that plaice we're looking for. Right guys, so it's proper slow at the moment, proper slow. Apart from the one white and one rocklin, nothing much has happened in about an hour and a half, so it's, you know, it's a bit grindy today. Although day sessions I do find are really grindy. Either the fish are there, or you know, they're not there, and they just slowly dribs and drabs through the day. But yeah, it's just been difficult. On the beach next to me, they've had a couple of places. You know, it just is what it is at the moment. I'm hoping by the end of this session to try and grab myself a plaice. You know, that's the ultimate goal. But yeah, it's definitely nothing like it was last weekend when I fished with my daughter Olivia and we had 14 between us, which sadly didn't get filmed, but you know, we've still got the memories and some pictures as well. But yeah, it's been one of them long days, long, grindy, difficult. But you know, if you don't know, if you don't try, you don't really know, do you? To be fair, but it is what it is. It is what it is. Let's crack on and see if we can try and get this plaice. Such a difference that a week makes, fishing wise. This time last week we were pulling them out like they were going out of fashion, and today, nowhere to be seen. Well, not for me anyway. So what I'm doing now, I've just got a razor fish, and what I'm going to do is I'm just going to cut a small sliver off and just add that to the bottom of the hook. I'll add that to the bottom of the worm on the hook just to add as like a little bit of attraction. I'll say I'll try anything at this point at the moment. It's just this doesn't seem to be happening today. So there's my finished article. What I'm going to try now is just a lug worm with the razor tip. And we're going to fish it for another hour or so. We keep saying that, we're going to fish it for another hour or so, and then it'll be the end of the day, I'm afraid. So let's just hope and pray that we can nail one of these plates. Right then guys, so that is it. That is the end of the session, I'm afraid. One white and one rockling. Can't win them all. It's a bit of a contrast from last weekend, when we had 14 place between myself and my daughter, but you know, it is what it is. That's the way the cookie crumbles, and that's fishing. Sometimes you get them, sometimes you don't. But yeah, it's been an absolutely lovely day here. Absolutely cracking day in Eastbourne. The weather's been absolutely beautiful. It's just been nice to get out and just sit in the sun for a bit. Just chill out. Don't know what those boats over there have caught, but I reckon they've had a bit of a better day than I have. So yeah, so that is it then. That is it. I think what we'll do now is we'll get back onto the night sessions, and hopefully they'll be more productive than these day sessions. I'm not a big fan of day sessions. You know, day sessions, I find them really difficult, but you know, I'll try and get out throughout the year on some various day sessions, and we'll see how we get on. So cheers for watching guys, and I'll see you next time. Thanks very much.